This morning I'm trying to track down the location of Allison Rooke. So I've come out here to Robinson's Road in the corner of McClellan Drive, and I've got some directions on how to get there, and I'm going to walk up the path that's here. It's a bit of an exercise path, and see if we can get as close as we possibly can to where Allison's body was located. So with the directions that I've got, which is basically 350 metres up McClellan Drive, there's a track that comes off the side, and down about 42 metres and across, she was discovered in a clearing. And it's relatively thick bushland in this area, and this is really the only clearing that I've been able to find as I've been walking around. The rest of it's relatively inaccessible, and you just can't walk through it. So I would have to say, with the information that I've got, that this is going to be pretty close to where she was. So you can see just how close Allison's body was to McClellan Drive. It's basically between McClellan Drive and the railway line, which is really no more than probably about maybe 70 metres at most across, and I'm standing approximately in the middle of it right now, pretty much at ground zero. The police reports talk about walking 42 metres due south and coming to a little intersection where another path goes off to the northwest, and I think I've actually found that. So I'm just going to show that for you now here in the cold Sunday morning light. And you can see just how overgrown these paths are now. They're really very hard to sort of follow, but they are here. When you actually have a look around, you can see the trails. So at the moment I'm walking up McClellan Drive. I just thought I'd come back up this way because the marker trees are very distinct when you're walking along this road here, and it's only about 300 metres up, so I'm just trying to cover as many bases as I possibly can to get this actually as accurate as I can today. And as you can see, it's a fairly busy road, so it's not a good road to just stop and park on and start doing cold case investigation work as everyone in the Frankston area goes about their Sunday morning. So I'll walk up a bit further and I should be able to pinpoint where the police went in. That tree in the centre of the screen, that's really got a bend angle on it, is 350 metres up the road from Robinson's Road. And that's pretty much the point where the old trail. So after all these years, the area hasn't changed really at all, other than the fact that it's probably a little bit more overgrown now. And even here at the 350 metre mark from Robinson's Road, it's still no easy task pinpointing where that path once was. But this is most definitely the spot. It's still very much a dumping ground. There's no way known you'd actually walk through here in the summertime, because it actually is what I would consider to be a really good snake haven. I know no one uses video anymore, but you really don't need to throw it out in the bush, do you? This dead old tree would have been here at the time when Allison was put out here, and it'd just be so amazing if the trees could actually talk. So now I'm walking down Hannah Street, where Allison Rooke lived, on the very path where she would have taken perhaps her last free movements before she met her unfortunate demise. So she would have walked down this footpath, and the house is actually not that far back. It's only a couple of 100 metres back down, and we'll go down and have a look at that as well. But I just thought it would be good to walk along here, trying to put myself into her perspective as to where she would have been on that day. And she's come out here on the Frankston Dandenong Road, and there's a bus stop down there. She might have walked over to that bus stop, and who knows exactly where she was taken. The bus driver didn't remember picking her up at that time, so she may not have even made it to the bus. She could have been at the bus stop and picked up from the bus stop, which was probably an excellent chance in her case that may have happened, or she could have been even picked up on this street. So the information just isn't there. So this is the block of flats where Allison actually lived, and she lived down there in number 4, the one on the end. And her car had given her trouble on that day, and she had to park it here in her allotted spot. She was calmed down by her neighbour, and she made the fateful decision to then walk to the bus stop to go to, she'd already missed her doctor's appointment, and so she went there to go to the real estate agent, where she was going to pay a body corporate bill and also go off to the local supermarket. So this is where she lived, and this is where she departed from.